Welcome to Dad Does Dinner. I can see I got the good coronavirus hair going. Pretty soon I'm gonna have my wife get the clippers after me so I can add to the ever-growing list of hashtag Corona cuts. Today I'm gonna make some homemade turkey broth. This basic broth recipe will work for chicken or turkey. In my freezer I had the bones left over from our Thanksgiving turkey, and so that's what I'm gonna use. When making your broth, it's certainly okay to add any vegetables or herbs with the flavors that you like. What's most important is to always make sure you add some acid, either lemon, vinegar, or both. The acid in lemon and vinegar really draw out the flavor from the bones. Sometimes I make broth from a fresh, whole, uncooked chicken. When I do this, I increase my cook time from 2 hours to 4 hours. Start by putting the bones of your poultry into a large stock pot and fill about 1/3 full with water. After that, we add the vegetables. All the vegetables in this are cut into 1 to 2 inch chunks. Onion, carrot, celery, 3 cloves of garlic, a sprig of fresh oregano, a sprig of fresh rosemary, the juice of an entire lemon, 2 tablespoons of white wine vinegar. Add just enough water to cover, fresh cracked black pepper. Give everything a stir. Bring to a boil, reduce the heat to very low, cover, and simmer for 2 hours. After 2 hours of simmering, give it a taste just to let you know how good you did. And now I'll separate the vegetables and bones from the broth. And now I will cover and refrigerate to let those flavors come together. Let sit for 6 hours or overnight in the fridge and then divide and store for later use. Broth will freeze well for up to 6 months. If I'm going to use my chicken or turkey broth for a broth-based soup like chicken noodle soup, I might go ahead and put that in a fat separator right now and separate the fat from the broth. Or you can wait until it's chilled and you'll have a thin layer of fat on the top of your broth that's easy to skim off. For most things that I cook, I just leave the fat in. I like that unctuousness that it adds to the broth, and fat equals flavor, and I think it brings more flavor. Amanda prefers the fat removed from the broth, so I just tell her that I've done that. If you've used a fresh whole chicken, after refrigeration, you'll find that your broth has become very gelatinous, almost solid even. This is a flavorful broth that you can use in any cooking that you do. As you heat it up, that'll turn all back to liquid, so if you want to use it in a soup, it'll be a very rich soup. This is closer to the consistency that you'll find in what's being sold as bone broth in the stores now. Got to give a shout out to Mike and the crew at One Arm Brewing and Barbecue in San Angelo, Texas. I know Mike was helping out with the food bank today in San Angelo, doing a lot of good for other people. Keep up the good work, Mike. Homemade broth will add depth of flavor to any dish that you use it in. I hope now you see that it's pretty simple to do and you can do it yourself. Hey, what'd you do kind for somebody today? Reach out and help somebody else in need. Do something good for somebody else. We'll see you next time.
We can make a difference. All we have to do is try. Every day's a chance to change somebody else's life.